Nightly greetings, y'all. Sharms Espina here, homegrown and happy to bring you PTV News Now. And in tonight's top story, after spearheading the handover or distribution of certificates of land ownership in Pampanga to deserving rice farmers and tenants, President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. headed to neighboring provinces and the nation's rice granary for a major groundbreaking event. He was the guest of honor and lead groundbreaker on a 3,500-hectare site in Gapan City site, on which will rise the planet's largest solar and battery storage facility in 2027. The Meralco Terra Solar Project, which is bankrolled by a $3.25 billion or 200 billion peso investment, would essentially be among the top producers of solar and or renewable energy on the planet when the facility goes fully operational in 2027. And in addition, once the project goes fully online, it will energize or power up at least 2 million households and cut down carbon emissions by, listen to this, 4.3 million metric tons. To put it in more understandable or tangible figures, that would be taking out 3 million gasoline or diesel-powered automobiles off the road and a significant subtraction of greenhouse gases that fuel extreme climate or climate change. And turning to news overseas, former GOP Representative Matt Gaetz may be the closest version or duplicate of a young Donald Trump. Bold, brash, unrepentant, a disruptive firebrand who's an outsider and wrecking ball to the establishment and tradition Washington, D.C. politics is known for. He is Trump's nominee for Attorney General, who will put into motion the president-elect's revenge tour and clean up on the law enforcement agencies like the FBI, Secret Service, and Justice Department. But there's a lot of baggage he carries and has enemies in both sides of the aisle, as we hear VOA congressional correspondent Katherine Gibson.
A close ally of President-elect Donald Trump.
Donald Trump is unstoppable.
Former Republican Representative Matt Gaetz is in the spotlight again, this time as the nominee to serve as the nation's top law enforcement official, the Attorney General of the United States. And while some of his colleagues praise him,
he is street smart. He's got the legal background. He is not scared of taking a risk. What he's done in the House has been phenomenal.
Gaetz is being investigated by the House Ethics Committee for various criminal allegations. Gaetz has denied those claims, but many lawmakers remain concerned about his fitness to lead the Department of Justice.
Congressman Gaetz, who I do not know personally, certainly has a reputation as a fierce advocate for President Trump, but also has been the subject of credible allegations of significant severe misconduct.
A four-term congressman and member of the House Armed Services Committee, Gaetz challenged the leadership of then Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives, Kevin McCarthy, over what he considered excessive government spending.
Real chaos is when the American people have to go through the austerity that is coming if we continue to have $2 trillion annual deficits.
Gaetz used a procedural move to call a historic vote that ended with McCarthy's removal from office.
Speaker of the House of the United States House of Representatives is hereby declared vacant.
A self-described libertarian populist, Gaetz's Florida district is considered one of the most Republican-leaning in the nation. Elon Musk praised him earlier this week. The owner of the social platform X said Gaetz will be, quote, a hammer of justice. But many senators, including Republicans, are already expressing reluctance to confirm him without more information about those allegations.
It's profoundly problematic to have the highest law enforcement position in the United States occupied by someone who has arguably committed significant crimes. And though he has not been charged with a crime, it is important nonetheless for the Senate to consider his conduct from the standpoint of both ethics and legality, whether the conduct was ever formally charged or not.
The U.S. Senate will consider Gaetz's nomination early next year. Katherine Gibson, VOA News, Washington.
Of the week just passed and the global roundup. And keep in mind to always stay connected by keeping it right here for news you can count on. Sharms Espina here, wishing you all a cool and relaxing evening. And thank you for watching PTV News Now.